Do you know the old saying that if you spend too much time staring at screens or watching TV, you'll end up with square eyes? Is it just a myth, or could there actually be some truth behind it?
Yes, we'll show you 4 common mistakes that can actually strain your eyes and what you can do to prevent or address them. So definitely stay tuned. And at the end, you'll get a helpful tip on what you can specifically do for your eyes.
The eyes, they normally don't hurt at all. You don't even notice they're there. You don't feel when they're working, allowing us to see everything's normal. But still, there's sometimes this uneasy feeling that just lingers, almost unsettling. It's like a pressure or even a kind of pain somehow, hard to ignore completely. And I know that many of my patients have shared this with me. They've said, "Oh, I just ignore it. It can't be anything serious." Even worse is when there's pain in your eyes and you immediately resort to painkillers, completely disregarding the signals your body is sending and what it's trying to communicate to you. Specifically, that something is wrong with your eyes. And that's precisely when you should dig deeper to figure out what the issue might actually be.
Yes, it could very well be that you're spending far too much time in front of a screen without taking breaks. Yeah, the small screens, the big screens, screens are everywhere.
Square shaped eyes.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone with truly square eyes, but if you take it as a metaphor for the issues that arise, then absolutely, without a doubt, you'll have square eyes. Or too bright. In the summer, you really notice it, but at least you can put on sunglasses. Or too dark, so that the eyes have to strain to read. Maybe reading with too little light, where you really notice that the eyes are under stress and that stress causes tension in your body. And that doesn't feel good at all. So always make sure the lighting is right and don't forget to take a screen break. A great tip is to occasionally look into the distance, glance out the window, and shift your focus from nearby objects to a far-off view. And then you immediately notice that afterwards it feels better. You'll see.
Yes, and a very straightforward tip that might not even cross your mind, that it could actually have something to do with your eyes, surprisingly enough. It could actually be that you're not drinking enough, because your eye constantly needs to stay hydrated in order to avoid any irritation or discomfort. And then there's also the fact that some people stare. They don't move their eyelids at all. And that can also be a reason why eye pain might develop over time. So make sure to drink plenty of water throughout the day. Whenever you remember, check if you're blinking enough to keep your eyes comfortable.
When your eyes start to feel a bit uncomfortable or off, try blinking a few times and then see if it feels any better. That would be good. Could definitely help. Point 4. We don't move our eyes nearly enough. And honestly, that's become a massive problem in today's world.
Pretty much like everything else, we move too little.
I also glance at Mikey, then at Soren, just to check if their eyes are moving around. Yes, but you can really... Me. They are, of course, too. But it's really, really easy to understand. Imagine you're watching a tennis match on television, right? Then you're staring at the screen just like I'm staring directly into the camera at you now. The ball is flying over there, but I'm not looking that way because the camera is already focused there. So the image in there is moving, which is why my eyes don't need to move. Instead, when I'm live, when I'm actually present at a tennis match, when I'm right there on the court, then I'm constantly looking over there. Loop, stop, long ball, fast ball, slow ball. Yeah, there's constant movement in it. And that's what the eyes need. If we don't have that, we have to go and get it. So when you're not just staring into the distance from your screen, but instead, for example, watching the birds, if you're lucky enough to have birds in sight, then you're looking up at the sky, you move your head, shift your eyes near and far, and then they swiftly dart back and forth. Those are great balancing exercises for the eyes. Now we'll move on to something truly bold.
I wanted to ask you something. Tell me, Roland, we always say that pain arises because muscles shorten from not moving or moving in a one-sided way.
Just about to get to that now.
Then it's pretty obvious with the eyes, right?
And that's also what I promised to give you as a tip. Yes, if you're not lucky enough to have birds flying around that you can observe, although that's always nice too, you should just do this exercise. Best to join in right away. You should too. Yes, I will. Just look straight ahead first. And then keep your head completely still and look as far up as you can. It's as if you're trying to look up into your eye socket. You'll feel a distinct, noticeable stretching tension in that area. Look really far up. really far up. That's exactly what you need to do right now. You should just dive right in. Go ahead and look way up, and then you'll notice it actually takes a bit of effort. It's not as effortless as it might initially seem at first glance. Why? Because those are the muscles that move the eyeballs. They're too tight, too tense, and we're going to relax them now, and you'll feel that. Also, as always, make sure it's still just bearable, still feels positive, okay? Now, let's shift our focus downward. Keep your head completely steady, don't move it at all, and gently direct your gaze downward. Try now to focus on the tips of your toes, softly gazing into the lower eye sockets with a relaxed effort. So to speak, try to take a look at your teeth, your front row of teeth, the upper ones, and your incisors. Look at the incisors. Yes. Try to penetrate the skin. Look really downward now, and you'll notice the sensation in your eyes feels quite different. Now other muscles are stretching. Specifically, the ones on top are stretching now. And keep looking down. Just a bit longer. We need a few more seconds. It will definitely be worth the effort for you in the end, really, so hold on tight. And then you look to the right, but without moving your head. The trick here is you simply hold your nose firmly with your index finger, which effectively prevents your head from turning to the right. And then you look as far to the right as possible, as if you were attempting to glance behind you to the right. Yes, try to look as far to the right as you possibly can, and then push it even further than that. And just a little bit more beyond that, keep going.
I can feel the muscles.
Yes, yes, yes. And I feel the muscles even more intensely, the tighter and more tense they become now.
You know what, Roland? I think I don't do this exercise enough.
That's most likely. And then the same thing again to the left. All the way to the left. I can. Secretly watch my wife like this. Keep looking to the left. Even further to the left. Yes, and you'll definitely notice that it feels different every time because each time, different eye muscles are involved. And then you look straight ahead again. And since that was quite tiring, once more, very relaxed, glance upward, downward, right, and then left. And I promise you, if you do this just once a day or once in the morning, once in the afternoon during your screen work, you'll feel completely different afterwards. Your eyes will feel much more relaxed.
How are you feeling now after you've spent some time working on training your eyes? Have you ever actually taken the time to consciously train your eyes before? I would really love to know. And of course, feel free to go ahead and share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below, please.
And if you know people who also need to move their eyes more, to train them, you can probably estimate based on their profession. If you notice them, then definitely send them this video. They will totally thank you for it.